This is the 5th bag of 7 that I got from my recent thrift store haul. This bag was listed at 10 but was in the basket for 5. So let's see what we got. First up, a creamy off-white. I'm not sure what this fabric is. It does have some staining, probably from rust. It's definitely not cotton. Let's see how much there is. So there's about 2 yards, and it's pretty wide. I guess it would be more of a lining type material, because you can't really use it for quilts and it's not that great feeling. Next, just some muslin. It looks like it's right at about a yard. Always useful. Nice to have. Very soft, and it's a nice feeling one, so that's a plus. A nice plain yellow. Has a little bit of staining. It might come out. It looks like it's just a regular cotton quilting type material, but it's a nice yellow. And even if I can't get the stain out, I can still cut around it and use it. So let's see how much there is. So it's right at 1.33 yards, which is an interesting amount, but we can definitely use it. It's an off-white and sort of a taupey kind of off-white. So it's apparently 3/4 yard, so it cost $1. It's pretty useful. I mean, the color is fine, and it's just a nice plain old quilting cotton. Another nice yellow quilting cotton. It's darker than the other one. It's not the same. It looks like it's probably about a fat quarter's worth at this point. Slightly more with the extra bit here, but definitely useful. And I love yellow. It's a very silky, nice feeling fabric. I like it. Has a nice drape. Let's see how much there is. It's 1.5 yards, and it's 60 inches wide. I like it. I'm not sure what I'll make out of it yet, but it's really nice. It's a yellow linen-y kind of material. Maybe a linen and cotton. Oh, and it was something, or was going to be something. Well, it's about 1 yard's worth, but it does have a seam in it, so I'm not quite sure what I'll make out of it, but I do like the fabric. Nice bright yellow cotton. It looks like there's a fair amount of it. Let's see how much. So there's about 2 yards of this fabric. I like it. I actually think I have some yellow prints with yellow in it that would match this, so I could make a quilt. We'll see. Well, it's a little dirty and stained. So I'd say I have just over 1 yard, but it's cut into and stained, so maybe just under 1 yard. But it's really cute. It would be great for doll clothes, because I don't know that it's probably like a coffee stain over here. And that probably won't come out. We'll try, but no big deal. Piece of this brown with a bit of discoloration. I'm not quite sure what I'd do with it because there's not very much. Maybe to applique something. It might work for like animal or tree trunks or something like that. So this is like a double knit fabric, kind of. I think this might actually be the side you look at, and it's textured. There's not a lot of it. I wouldn't even call it a half yard. I mean, it does have 4-way stretch. So I could maybe use this to make a sweater for a doll. And that might be cute. So this is, I'm not quite sure what this is. It's sort of like an upholstery style material. Very rough. Not like a cotton or anything. No stretch. So let's see how much there is. So it's about 2¼ yards long, and I think over 60 inches wide. Slight amount of staining. I really don't know what I'll use it for. I plan on making an American Girl doll couch, and maybe if that works out for me, I could use this to make another one, or maybe a Barbie couch. Tell me what you think. Here's another bit of double knit in a nice yellow. Not very much though. Not entirely sure what I could use it for, except maybe the very top of a dress where it's just like a empire waist dress. And there would probably be just enough to do that if I cut it right. Maybe. But it's a nice yellow. I love the fabric. I wish there was more. Even with the brown. But I mean, it's made into a scarf already. So, except this end. And this side. So I think I'll just finish it out, and then I'll just have this as sort of it could be a tie belt or a scarf or whatever, and that would be cute. Awesome. I am 99% positive this was in one of the other bags as well. So that means I have a fair amount of this fabric. It looks like it was going to be made into something. There's plenty here to make like a kid-size shirt, especially if I add in the other stuff. So I may do that. I might. We'll see. This is very vintage. Like 60s, 70s for sure. So an original screen print, copyright Bloomcraft, protected with Total Action DuPont Zippel soil and stain repeller. It kind of looked like an upholstery type material. It is discolored, and that's not going to come out. You can see. So I'm not entirely sure how much I have to work with. Let's see how much there is. So it's just a teensy bit over a yard, but like all the way down about this much is discolored. So there's still a fair amount to use, and it's very, very, very wide. If you guys have any suggestions, I'd love to hear them. Thanks. So I think a tiny piece of this was in another bag. It looks like there's quite a bit. Let's look and see. So there's 2 yards. Get some kissing fish. I don't think I'll use it, so we'll see what I do with it. I love the material. It's like a rayon. Let's see. Raw material ink, textiles worldwide. So it's only about 27 inches long, fairly wide. It has a little bit of staining, but not much. I'll wash it and iron it and then think about it. So I do like it. I just don't know what I would use it for. Suggestions. It's like scarf material. It's not very wide. Fairly see-through. Maybe half a yard. Like it, but I just don't know what I would do with it because there's not very much. Maybe turn it into a scarf? Maybe. It's a sort of silky material. Let's see how long it is. So it's about 2 3/4 yards, but it's only 32 inches wide. So that kind of limits what you can do with it. We'll get it washed and ironed and then a better look at it and then see what we can do with it. A very small amount of this material. Enough for a doll's dress, and it's very, very, very cute. So I can live with that. No staining, so that's great. It's a silky sort of material. It's about a yard, but it's been cut into. I like the print. I could maybe make a tank top out of it. It has no stretch, but I think I could do a tank top and it would be cute. Really? I think this is a piece of clothing. Yep, it's a shirt. The print's cute, so I could maybe remake this into a doll outfit. This is basically like the pink fabric, only it's the white. Still cute. Maybe a yard, let's look. Oh, about 28, 29 inches. It's not enough to make a little girl's dress, but it is enough to make a shirt. So I might do that. So several pieces of this fabric. I like the pattern. I might have also got this in another bag as well. So it looks like there's a couple of fat quarters and not quite half a yard's worth, which is plenty to make something. We'll see. I like it. And if you use it in a quilt, it matches other colors pretty nicely. It's a interesting fabric. Seems like that might be glow in the dark. Might not be. Let's see how much there is. So there's about 1.5 yards. Let's... Shows off the pattern a little better. It's different. I mean, it could be like a dress overlay, and it could potentially be pretty cute. And it seems fairly free of stains. So tell me what you think about it. Two-way stretch. Fairly see-through. It's like a polyester. It's different. Let's see how much there is. So it's about 1.5 yards. A couple of small stains on here. I don't know what I'd use it for. I don't know. I'll have to think about this one. This has seams in it. And a zipper. And it's actual clothes. It's kind of a cute print. I mean, it's a cute print. I'm not sure what I'll do with it yet, but we'll see. Pattern Rights ink. Oh. Well, it's cut into several pieces. It's almost like the blue one I got in one of the other bags. It's in a different video. It's a silky, probably polyester. Feels like the polyester shirts that you would find from the 70s. There's several decent sized pieces, so I may lay them all out on the floor and maybe see what I could potentially do with them. Of course, if you have a suggestion for this purple fabric, let me know. There might be enough for a shirt, but like I said, I'm gonna have to just spread it all out on the floor and get a better idea of exactly how much fabric we're looking at here. So that bag was $5. Do you think it was worth it? I do. I liked quite a few of the fabrics, and I can definitely use them. And if you enjoyed this video, I have an entire playlist of just fabric hauls linked here in my video. Thanks.